I'm
So
gonna have to check that out.
yeah, it's actually. I mean, if you look outside tonight, it's pretty fucking full. The really nerdy part of me was like, I'm gonna play some Bloodborne tomorrow with that Hunter's Moon.
Nice.
A few days ago, I got to see the Northern Lights from my deck.
Yeah, dude, we had that in Maine. That was crazy. I'd never seen Northern Lights before.
Of course, I was
Neither
fucking
have
out of
I.
town. I haven't seen them either, and I was out of town, and I'm seeing everybody post. I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah,
Well,
we got
it's one of those things.
You guys get Northern Lights.
It's one of those things that if you looked outside, you'd be like, oh, that's a weird fog. If you don't know what it is, because you have to take a picture with the night setting on your phone camera just to actually see the bright colors. And I didn't know that. So I'm like, how many times did I fucking not see it because it didn't look anything special necessarily?
Interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting because it's kind of just like a faint glow. You'd almost think like I live near an airport, so like you would think it'd be the fucking airport. it's
Yeah.
it's pretty mute.
What you see in movies is, I don't know if it's that way closer to the North Pole, but like down here, it's like not that. Oh my God. It's more of a, the sky looks a little different until you take a picture and then you look at the picture like, oh, that's what I'm seeing. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like there was like I don't know the way it was like kind of forming. It was like green and red and or pink, and it basically like it was kind of weird because it almost like the 2 points like there were multiple points of like red and green, but it was like they were all like coming together in one spot, and it like looked like something out of a fucking movie, like fucking the portal of hell opening up. I was like, well, it's like all right, kid, let's go inside.
Yeah. Yeah, that was taken from my back deck.
Damn. That's a lot of red. It's hell.
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon.
Yeah, 'cause I saw the blue moon last month. What's the last one? Yeah, because it fell right before. No, it was August. Was the blue moon?
I think I missed that one.
Well, what it is, it's the third full moon. If there's going to be four within the season, that's the blue moon. And the September full moon fell like a few days before the autumnal equinox, which is what kept it in the summer season, which is why it was a blue moon.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's like nothing special, like in terms of moons. It's just usually get one full moon a month, and every once in a while you get four within a particular season of autumnal equinox to winter solstice to the spring equinox. And so when that happens, the third one is a blue moon, and then you got the fourth one.
It's just like a big, glowing, shiny can of beer.
Yep.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I'd take that over the Northern Lights, honestly. Really, real spectacle there.
When was it? It was a few months back. I watched a meteor shower. That's always fun to see.
I don't think I've actually seen like a full blown meteor shower. I think there's supposed to be a meteor or some sort of comet coming by Earth, either like I
Well,
don't know, within the next couple days or so.
well, you have the comet and you have the second moon. I think the second moon's right now until December.
I think I'm thinking of a comet of some sort because it's supposed to. I don't know. I think it was discovered by like some folk in China, but it's supposed to be like ridiculously far away, but it's not going to return for like another 80,000 years. I'll catch it on the next one.
Comet A3 right now. Look to the west after sunset.
Like right now?
According to the weather.com as of 7 hours ago. Tonight, yes.
Oh shit, I missed it.
Well, it's through October 24th, but it gets dimmer as
Maybe just catch it.
but it has to be about 15 to 45 minutes after sunset because it's staying right low above the horizon.
Gotcha. I'll have to check that out. Wish I had like a good
Yeah.
set of binoculars, but I do not.
Comet A3 won't enter the inner solar system again for another 80,000 years, if ever.
Damn.
That is insane.
So hopefully we hit the singularity soon so we could all be robots and watch it come back around a second time, you know?
I plan on it with Walt Disney.
Exactly. And his murderous brother Roy.
Right.
Well, listening to Scared to Death to binge for the month, they were talking about how if you're a ghost, you basically get to do all the travel. And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back as a fucking ghost. I'm not going to haunt anybody. I'm going to go sightseeing and I'm going to watch all the science wonders that happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just listened to that one too. Yeah.
I'm going to go to a beach in France and I'm going to smoke ghost weed and I'm going to hang out there and it's going to be nice. Oh shit. Logos has arrived. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, let's get this recap rolling. Last session began with some late night and later early morning shenanigans within the home of the great lizard folk survivor Aloysius Beethoven. Led by the holy survivor into the main chambers and caves of his local lizard folk tribe, unto its many twisting and winding tunnels, witnessing a sacrifice to Yaki, a gargantuan purple worm these lizard folk worship. The leader of this sacrificial ceremony, having a few coarse words for the holy survivor, escorting more peoples through their lands. As the party led by Aloysius continued down these large tunnels made by Yaki, they run into a couple of snags along the way. A tremor knocking loose some stones that happened to crash into the owl form of Gladier, who happened to be gliding across a very deep chasm at the time, causing them all to go crashing through the darkness into the depths below. As well as a bit later, an encounter with Quiet Fingers, a giant-sized ettercap with a particular invisibility power and or curse. All in all, the sands of justice have prevailed and press on, led by Aloysius through Yaki's old tunnels. And that is kind of where we are now. So, Aloysius, occasionally he licks a finger and sticks it up into the air to test the stillness of the air. He sniffs and decides a direction to go. A bit later, he puts his ear to the stone and listens briefly before abruptly changing directions, and he repeats this process several times. And eventually, Aloysius leads you all to a dead end. This dead end looks like it's been collapsed. There's just what appears to be a tunnel and then just tons of boulders at the end. And as Aloysius kind of approaches spot. He kind of looks around, holds a torch high. Yaki is not usually this bad. He's hunting or something. Oh well, we must go around. And he begins heading back down the tunnel whence you all came. So, at this point, I have a variety of checks that I would accept. So you guys kind of tell me what skill set you would use, and I will kind of tell you what information based on that. But go ahead and give me either an investigation, a nature, a perception, or an insight check. Everybody, as Aloysius kind of turns and heads down this tunnel you guys just came from.
What were the options again? Insight, investigation, and what else?
Investigation, nature, perception, or insight. And kind of based on what skill you use is what information you get.
I wait.
Okay, so I look 17 perception. Blade, what is that? 12 insight, you said?
Um,
Correct.
see, I got pretty high insight, so since I got a 17 perception, I'm gonna go insight so we can maybe get some more info. Gladiator rolled a dirty 20 perception. I don't believe you.
That's the highest perception I've ever done with Crater.
Okay. That's 18 insight.
Okay, so first of all, as you know, as Aloysius kind of turns around and begins leading you guys back down this hall, Locris, the first thing that you can tell about this wall, this like collapsed portion of the tunnel, it just looks off. Something's different. It's not the same as the others. You guys have kind of experienced some rock avalanche situations and some tremors and things. Somehow you could tell like these rocks just aren't settled yet. Like this is maybe fresh, and not only that, as you kind of look closer, you find broken and discarded mining tools all along the base of this like collapsed wall. And you also find evidence of their use. There are several boulders that bear like tool marks and things in the side of the wall. It would appear to you that this portion of this particular tunnel was caved in and on purpose, and not by an earthquake or Yaki, but by humanoids. Gladier, with a dirty 20 on that perception, you see like this wall of rock that kind of blocks your path, but there's like a glimmer and a shine in one of these boulders. It's kind of blocked, you can't quite get a good view on it, but just you get just enough torchlight at the right angle, and there's a shine and a glimmer. And as you kind of look forward, there is a pretty good sized emerald jammed inside this little avalanche of rock. Logos, as for your 18 insight, Aloysius looks very scared. He looks like to be trembling. He's looking back and forth. He's sniffing the air. He looks paranoid and afraid.
Can Glader's gonna call over Renwick, He's got little tiny halfling hands. Hey, hey, bud, can you reach in there and see if you can? Do you see this emerald? I think we might be able to. I mean, be careful because we don't want to collapse anything. But if we can maybe get that out, that looks like a nice little chunk of change. Can I also look to make sure? Can I do some sort of check as I'm calling him over to see if, like, how stable this looks? Like, does it look like if we pull something free, like, is it going to collapse even more? Because I also don't want to kill us all on a rock slide.
Again, go ahead and give me we'll call it an investigation check, so you kind of test the stability of this wall.
Oh, that's good. That's 18 on the die plus 4 investigation. That's a 22.
It's a pretty thorough collapse. You would probably be able to shift a rock or two just fine to get to this emerald. They're pretty hefty boulders, but you might be able to slide them out of the way yourself.
Okay.
Renwick just looks up at you and he's like, no. You looked around and you saw that this was clearly man-made and it seems to be recent. You don't think that seems like a bit of a trap?
Make a good point.
Aloysius!
Anyway. Oh yeah, but then he'll keep it. He won't give it to us.
What do you want? We need to go this way. He points down the tunnel.
Well, we're going to stand back a few feet, but if you don't mind, there's a rather large emerald in that pile of rock there, and with my small hands, I'm just not strong enough to pick it up. If you could do the honors, and he'll like motion for the party to stand like pretty far back.
He kind of eyes narrow at the emerald. What do you mean emerald? He goes and looks and peeks in there. He's like, oh, this is a good size one. I'm gonna make a check real quick here. This is a +0, so surprisingly enough, there is some strength in Aloysius's old bones. He hefts, a head-sized boulder or two off to the side, and a rather large emerald is just sitting there up for grabs. And he picks it up and he says, well, that's a pretty nice. And he slips it into his pocket. Thank you. Okay, let us go.
And Renwick's just gonna look at Gladir and wink, and then kind of like twirl his fingers a little bit. Just be like, don't worry, like, we have an emerald.
Logus is gonna picking up on the fact that he's kind of nervous. He's gonna go up, walk next to me, like, you're right, Aloysius. I mean, you seem a little on edge.
I am the holy survivor. I am not on edge.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, you're clearly sweating and all. You know, something's up. What's going on?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
When Renwick hears Logan kind of question him a little bit and point out that he's acting a little strange, you're just going to see the rapier slowly slide out of his tentacle. And he grasps it and just kind of eyeballs Aloysius.
So I'm not persuasive, so it's a straight roll, and I rolled an 11.
Everybody just wants to get to Nightwood, but nobody wants to hang with Aloysius, I mean, I make a pretty good donkey. I mean, we'll roast it up. We could hang, man. We don't even have to go to Nightwood. We could go back to my place, My place is fucking sweet, dude. I have all kinds of stuff there. It's great.
Logus is kind of like looks straight into his eyes and clearly reading that something's up with him. That's cool. If you don't want to talk to me, hey, Locris, I think our friend here is not being forthcoming with us. Maybe he'll be more inclined to talk to you.
Lucas will turn around and go up to him. What are we trying to find out?
Uh, I'm not quite sure, but he is clearly on edge, and something is either spooking him or he's holding something from us. And then, I don't like not having the full picture here.
Out with it, Aloysius. Otherwise, I'll give you something to really fear.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Can you make it with advantage since I'm kind of like helping him out, like calling him over here like the enforcer?
Good cop, bad cop. Yeah, I'll say that. You could play into advantage.
Intimidation. 12 on the die becomes 21.
He kind of shifts his eyes back and forth, and he says, "Well, yeah, I don't like heights, but I do like these." And he pulls out the emerald. If you like this, he puts it back in his pocket. You're going to love what I show you next. But it's not very safe. And I don't think that tunnel back there was your key. I think 2X is up to something. I don't think it is safe for the Holy Survivor to return. I don't know exactly where to go after this.
Well, if that's all it is, I'll let you know. I am actually an heir to a throne, and I'll give you a job once we get out of here.
I choose death. Job sounds terrible.
Well, I have good news for you then.
Which is?
That's how you get to where I am going to rule, is you die.
I don't know that I want to go there, man. That sounds rough, man. You can't just walk there. I mean, come on, we're like best friends, you know?
Well, exactly. And I'm just trying to see daylight again. I'm not worried about your existential crisis right now. We can work on that later. Let's move.
Okay, deal. He takes you, down this like slanted corridor, maybe 25, 30 feet, and it reveals a cave mouth. Now, as you guys approach this cave mouth and look out across a vast chasm, is a sliver of light. It appears to be sunlight cutting in from some fissure. And it is like a beam in the darkness that kind of just cuts through it. And not only that, but this cavern, all of the walls seem to be covered in crystals, in gems, precious stones, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, sapphires, huge deposits of these precious stones. Some fist size, some head size, some so big that it would be difficult to put your arms around. Now, this beam of sunlight seems to be coming in at such an angle, just right where it hits a prism and just kind of spreads this rainbow color all throughout this chasm. And as you guys kind of look, okay, as you guys kind of look out, there appears to be this massive bridge that spans this wide chasm. It is dark both below and above you. You cannot see the ceiling or roof of this particular cave, nor can you see the bottom. And this bridge just kind of extends across it. And it's not very big. It's about 15 feet wide, but it does extend the entire length of this massive cavern. And it appears to be made out of similar materials that are coating the walls in this big cavern. I mean, it looks well traveled. It looks smooth and like there is a beaten path upon it. But it looks to be made completely of like crystals and quartz and sapphires, rubies, diamonds, emeralds, just like a conglomeration of these rare stones. And yeah, this wide cave mouth kind of opens up into this sort of like bridge situation. So, as Aloysius leads you to this, he points to the sunshine coming in and scattering this kind of rainbow color all over everywhere. And he turns to Locris and he's like, "Okay, there we go. Now back to my existential crisis. What kind of job? Huh? What do you think?"
When we're out. No,
Okay.
no point in talking about the future if we don't know there's a future yet, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
So, what exactly can you tell us about this chamber? Clearly, you knew it was down here. How safe is it? Is there any creature frequency area? Does Yaki avoid it because of the gemstones? I mean, surely you know something. You are, for all the holy survivor.
Yeah, I do. I am the holy survivor. I Yaki is big worm with many sharp teeth. Digs through the earth like nothing. Yaki does not pass these minerals. This is all Yaki's excretions. These are purple worm poop. He kind of holds his emerald up, and looks at it, and puts it back in his pocket. This is, yes, purple worm must pass. This is dumping ground, if you get my meaning.
So the purple worm shits out precious gems?
Yes,
What you're telling me?
only eats rock and dirt. Does not eat precious gems. Do not sit well in stomach of worm. Compressed into these composites and left on the walls.
Well, one worm's shit is another man's treasure. And he looks over at Blade and he's like, you still got that portable hole? I think you made quite a bit of space when you took that bed out for Aloysius." He kind of winks at him.
Oh yeah, I can definitely find some room in there.
So one thing you guys notice as you guys are kind of hanging out at this cave mouth looking forward is the bridge that is in front of you is about 15 feet wide, but it is roughly 800 feet long. This is a massive chasm, and you, aside from, can't see anything below, can't see anything above, but immediately to the right, about 15 feet, and above an additional 25 feet, is another similar bridge made of gemstone that spans the distance of this chasm. I dropped a map in the feed, ish. I couldn't exactly get 800 feet on there, but we'll figure it out.
Without going onto the bridge, can I kind of try and look from here to see if I see anything that might look like diamonds?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Hope I roll high again. Oh, wait. Yeah, I get advantage on perception because my sentinel shield. 18, Jesus. Dice are good today, and a 16. So 18 plus 1, that's a 19.
Yeah, 20, maybe 30 feet out, a massive deposit of diamond just sits glittering in this rainbow colored light. But yeah, you definitely spot, a diamond roughly the size of your head that looks to be deposited in some like stone like material.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's some. If we can, I don't know, Aloysius. Do you know how often the donkey comes through here?
Many deposits like this throughout all of Canyon. Yaki goes where it wants. Sometimes here, sometimes not. Sometimes 3 times a week, sometimes not for a whole year.
No, Aloysius, it might be shit, but it's still from Yaqui. Is there any sort of religious significance or anything? Would anybody be pissed off if we were to take some of this stuff?
Do you think they pissed off because you take god poop? No, man. What is wrong with humanoids, man? You guys need to grow
God
up.
poop is still from a god. You never know. We've seen some weird shit in other cultures. Ask us about the frog people some other time. It's a whole thing.
Ew, frog people. That sounds tasty.
All right, so Blade, do you think we have enough room to spread out that portal hole and maybe chuck some precious stones in there before we make our way across?
Oh, I think we might. So I'll look around. If I guess if I were just to throw down a portable hole like on a cluster of them, would they just fall in?
I mean, that's a good question. Can you read me the language of the portable hole?
I got it pulled up.
You
It's
got it. Okay.
yeah, unfolds into a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter. Place it on or against a solid surface, whereupon the portable hole creates an extra dimensional hole 10 feet deep. The cylindrical space within the hole exists. Where to go? Exists on a different plane, so it can't be used to create open passages. Any creature inside an open portable hole can exit by climbing out. Uh, it says it doesn't create open passages, so I feel like things wouldn't like if you put it on top of something, it doesn't sound like
It
it
would just
goes
fall in.
through. Yeah, so I don't think it would fall in. So like we would have to like put it on the ground and then chuck the stuff in.
Okay. All right. I feared that would be the case.
However,
But it's
Sean,
only 6 feet.
would there be a crystal nearby that, much like a tree that is about to fall, is like leaning forward somewhere so we could set the hole up and kind of chop it like a tree and have it fall into the hole?
Potentially. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I give him advantage on that? I'd imagine I'd be looking as well.
Okay, yeah, you can give him the help action. Go ahead and get a perception check with advantage.
That is a 27. Natty 19.
Very nice. You do see that at several points along this long bridge, there are like towering pillars of crystal, and they are leaning in various directions. Kind of like coming out of a centralized stone, almost like a porcupine's quills, just kind of in every direction. And then there's some that are taller than even gladiers, pushing 6 and 7 feet from the base of this bridge. But yeah, you see a variety of them. There's emeralds, diamonds, rubies. Like you kind of have your pick, really.
Well, I'm sure with maybe a well-placed shatter, we could maybe tumble one over.
Oh, we don't want to shatter the bridge, though.
Yeah,
Not
Shatter
red.
might be a bit too powerful for what we're looking for. I mean, we've got.
I have a
I mean,
hammer
well, yeah,
and a crowbar.
we've got hammers and crowbars, and Locris has got a mace, and he's pretty fucking strong these days. So, my thing is, how much can we hit it before we collapse the bridge? So we might want to get to the other end before we start trying to take gemstones with us. But I definitely like where your head's at. Also, that bridge is about as wide. Or, well, if you put your hole down, does it weaken the bridge? I suppose not, because it's extra dimensional. Either way, we should get to the far side.
So you said there's a bridge above us as well.
Correct. It's not like directly above you. It is roughly 15 feet to your right and 25 feet above you. So as I kind of drop the pic in the feed, you guys are down on this kind of like blue and greenish bridge, and there's like the red bridge is representing the one that's a little higher up and to the right.
Michelle?
Hello? You still here? Sorry.
Hey,
Hello?
Can you hear me? My bad.
I can hear you now. We just got cut off. You said it was 15 feet to our right and then 25 feet up, and then it kind of cut you off short after that.
Sorry, there's a storm rolling through. Might be jacking with my internet. So 15 feet to the right, 25 feet up. And so the bluish greenish bridge is the one you guys are kind of on. The red bridge on the map is the one that is kind of above you and off to the right a bit. Did you get all that?
Ye-
I think so.
yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we should, Logus, what are your L5C? Do you see anything out there? I don't know, can you like peek over the edge, make sure nothing's gonna pop up and attack us from underneath? And
Yeah,
can I
can I
look?
make it? Can I make a perception check?
And can I also look kind of like? Well, I guess I don't have dark vision, so maybe I shouldn't. Guys, maybe somebody with a better, night vision should take a look at the other bridge that's above us to the right, and make sure people aren't hiding up there ready to ambush us.
Well, can
Oh,
I look
watch
at all
this.
of it?
I'm just gonna jump on Gabrielter, turn and look at Aloysius and be like, Aloysius, look at this. Look how easy this donkey can fly up.
Never again. Quiet Fingers almost ate me. Freaking donkey didn't even stop.
But I'll just fly up and look at the bridge. Won't land.
Okay. So let's see here. Go ahead and give me a perception check. I assume you have like dark vision or something.
Me?
Correct. Are you're riding
Yes.
Gabrielter up above?
Yes. Yeah. Just like basically, I just want to fly up whatever the 20 feet up from the bridge we're on now and just kind of look over.
Okay. Okay, yeah. For sure. Give me a perception check.
Oh, I also totally forgot that I have the gem of brightness hanging on a cord around my neck. So I'll just say the command word. So that just lights up. So it's basically like a torch, a little bit better than a torch. It's 30 feet of bright light, uh, and then an additional 30 feet of dim light after that. So I'll just have that going just so I can see generally in our area.
I also rolled perception. I kind of wanted to look down instead of up, seeing like what's underneath the bridge.
Okay. Go ahead and what was your perception check? Or roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I rolled it in. And just
19 for Blade.
happen to fuck up.
Okay. Sorry. I think it just got glitchy. Okay, so 19 for Blade. What was your score there, Anthony?
I got a 30 total.
Damn. Okay, so from the ground, you look forward, and you can't really see the floor or the ceiling of this particular room, but as you're kind of looking around, it doesn't appear like there are any monsters in the immediate area, no enemies or anything. But as you look up towards Blade, as Blade kind of sails up over this other bridge, you swear that you see a very scaly hand kind of retreat to the top side of the bridge. And Blade, as you fly out and fly up, you see what appear to be hundreds of lizard folk. Every about 25 feet for the entire 800 feet of this upper bridge, there is a pillar, a wooden pillar. And tied and chained to this pillar, as far as you can see, there look to be Yantai and other lizard folk. Now, surrounding these pillars, there are many, many lizard folk, and all of them appear to be armed with the widest, kind of wildest array of melee or ranged weapons, rather, that you've seen. Some of them wield javelins, some of them wield spears, some of them wield throwing stones. Some of them have like little slings that they're whipping stones at. Some of them look to be gathering like large stones for like a shot put kind of like situation. Some of them have short bows. Some of them have long bows. Some of them have small hand crossbows. Some of them have large, heavy crossbows. You see what would appear to be roughly over 100 lizard folk setting up. They see you at about the time you see them, and bellowing through the darkness, a familiar voice. Come on out, survivor. We will let you survive something else. And with that, a tremor off in the distance. I'm going to go ahead and say at this point, let's roll some initiative.
Quick, Sean, when he hears that voice ring out, I want to try to pickpocket the emerald.
Okay, for sure. Give me a sleight of hand.
23.
So easy. Not only do you get your emerald, you get a coin purse that has about 25 gold coins in it.
Sick. Thank you, sir.
Give me just a sec, fellas. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect and see if that helps my connection problem. Give me just a sec.
R 1d20 or 2d20 KH1 plus your modifier.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir. Plus 1. Holy shit. That's not right. What? Well, 16 plus 1, so 17 initiative.
Okay, so holler some initiatives at me. What do we got?
See, that's how you do it, Gladiator. I got a 28 initiative.
11.
I think, yeah, I definitely did mine wrong.
What are you trying to do?
Roll with advantage with Avery.
Just
I
I roll
typed it
and then ADV for advantage. It does it for you.
Yep.
Or you can do it complicated like my way.
But I got a 17 initiative for Glader.
Okay, Gladiator 17. All right, I got Logus at 28, Gladiator at 17, Renwick at 11, Blade, Locris.
I had 13.
14 for Blade.
Okay. Sorry, one more roll here. Skadoosh. Oh, that one's terrible. All right. Okay, so Blade, you fly above this thing. You see all these lizard folk kind of prepping for something. After this dude kind of calls out, several of the lizard folk kind of make a move. So the people attached to the ropes look to be getting the business. You know, a punch, a stab, a cut, some sort of wound seems to be going down. But top of the round, Logos, you are up. So tell me kind of how you proceed.
Okay, so what am I looking at here? We have a colorful bridge, and then there's a wooden pillar above us where all these things are at.
So on the bridge above, there are several kind of like makeshift like pillars or pyres, if you will. It's just a piece of wood that they have fastened in place so that they may tie or chain up a Yonti or a lizard folk as like a sacrifice. Kind of what you guys had seen as a sacrifice to Yaki prior to getting to this point. It looks like it is just like that, only on a massive scale. You guys saw 2 or 3 individuals get sacrificed, whereas you have an 800-foot bridge, and about every 25 feet, you have about 10 or so lizard folk preparing a sacrifice. So roughly, you've got a little over 100 lizard folk from end to end on this upper bridge. And there are several wooden stakes wedged in the ground that have their tied up and chained up sacrifices to presumably Yaki.
Okay. And have they seen us, or have they only seen Blade at this point?
Blade going into the room and flying up kind of gave it away. They've already kind of catcalled Aloysius.
Okay, so but I can tell that what they're standing on is wood, right?
Not wood. The bridge that they are standing on is made completely of crystals, like various gems, emeralds, rubies, diamonds, sapphires, just a ton of precious gems. The wood is just like a big stick they have wedged in the ground so that they can tie their victims to it,
Oh,
and they
okay.
cannot
I
escape.
get you. Can I see the one that Cat called Aloysius?
Currently, from how you sit, you can see none of them. They at your angle, all of them have a 100% cover. You might see like a bit of toes or the tip of a tail hanging off the edge. You know they're there, but you don't really have line of sight on any single one.
Okay. Um, and this bridge, can I see the end of the bridge? How long is this bridge that's right in front of us?
800 feet. There is a beam of sunlight coming in from the other side of this chasm, what the bridge connects. But 800 feet.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Not really quite sure what to do here. I guess I'm just gonna start running across the bridge, use my full movement, and then I'm gonna hold my action to attack. I'm gonna fire off my 3 arrows the minute someone appears over the ledge. That way I can maybe hopefully obliterate him and kind of spook the rest.
Okay, for sure.
And I'm gonna just note that it's gonna be a fire arrow, hopefully start, just to spook him a little bit more.
All right. So, moving on down from there. Two acts actually rolled pretty good initiative. 40 feet out was almost the magic number there, Anthony. This lizard folk, one you had seen twirl a set of like axes. It was like a quarterstaff, but it had a battle axe head at either end. You see this jacked ass lizard folk run and jump off of this upper balcony and land like right in front of you. Give me a sec here. Let me make a roll. That's didn't pass the acrobatics check. He's gonna take a little bit of damage. He tries to do the Superman pose land situation, but he lands hard, cracks some crystal and emerald underneath his feet, but he lands right next to you.
For flavor's sake, can I say that, since I held my action, that the minute he runs and jumps, could that trigger my action so I can fucking pepper him with arrows as he's in the air trying to look cool?
Yeah, that sounds dope. Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
I thought like the visual that this dude's like thinking he's cool, and the minute he just comes out, he just gets fucking peppered. First one's a 29 to hit.
Oh, that hits by a lot.
The second's a 22 to hit.
Yep, still hits.
And the last is a 30 to hit.
No, fuck that. That one misses. No, yeah, you got it. All three.
Okay, first damage is 17 damage. I rolled max damage on that one. The second is I rolled 10 damage on that one. And then the last is another 10 damage. So 37 damage total.
Damn, very nice.
And I'd like to think that that's why he fucked up his acrobatics.
Threw him off kilter as 3 arrows land true as he's mid-air. He lands next to you, panting. You would be a rooty snack for Yucky. And he begins a series of attacks. 24 to hit with the first strike. And
that hits.
Wait, I thought it was 9, but it's a 6. But it still comes out to like a 16. 16 hit?
No, 16 misses.
Okay, and a third attack. Ooh, less than 16. So he comes at you with this double-edged great axe, essentially. And right away, you notice that they're smoking. One side seems to be smoking like an unnatural, like black, like a sort of goopy darkness seems to just be flowing off of it. And the other seems to be flowing like this, it appears to be like red smoke, almost like red fire even. The first attack that he hits you with is known as the Axe of Pain. So you take 13 slashing damage, plus I need an intelligence saving throw from you.
Is this like a charmed effect or a poison effect or anything?
This is going to be versus psychic damage.
No. Logus is not very mentally strong for sure. Only get a. Oh wow! No, what? I rolled on D&D Beyond. I gotta take a picture of this. This is bullshit. Oh, it went away. It rolled like tilted like between a natural 20 and a 2, and it gave me the fucking 2. So I got a total of 3.
Ouch. Okay, well, with that, you take an additional. That's not bad. I rolled kind of low. The 4 plus the. That would be 5, so that'd be 19. Plus the 5, so 24 points of psychic damage come along with that blow. The black goopy axe just kind of flies a little wide. He's not able to get, despite this massive blow and this psychic damage that kind of erupts into your brain. He does not seem to land with the second head of his axe, and his third attack is actually a bite. His maw is, just salivating and filled with these razor-sharp teeth. He snaps and inches from your face. But, alas, that is his turn. So, moving on down. Gladier, you are up. About 40 feet out on this bridge, you see a lizard folk tangling with Logos. Logos lit him up, but the lizard folk landed a blow as well, and now they're tussling. So, tell me how you proceed.
Okay. This is weird. I've never been this high in initiative before.
Well, come help me, fool. That's good.
Yeah, I know. So how close to the edge is this double-sided axe wielding lizard dude? Like, is he like right in the center of the bridge?
Correct. He is centered right in the middle of the bridge.
All right.
Just remember, you can't throw this guy off the bridge if you want to get his really cool axe for yourself.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I was like, oh, I can just charge and try and shove him off, but no, I do kind of want that axe. All right, yeah. So Glader's just gonna see his little buddy in trouble, and he's just gonna charge in. I have 40 feet of movement speed, so I should be able to get right up next to Logus.
40 feet, just because of how I had you guys positioned, could get you up to like flanking this guy with Logos if you'd like.
Oh, so Logus. So it'll be me, then the lizard guy. What's his name again? Do we hear his name?
2x.
2x. Oh, 2x. Okay. So it would be like me, 2x, and then Logus?
Correct.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So, yeah, that actually works out even better. Yeah, I'll flank him, get right behind 2x.
Okay, yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna... That's my... Constitution save. I'm gonna bonus action. Not Thunder Smite. Where's my other one? Bonus action, Shining Smite on myself.
It's like, what? I don't know if I've heard about that one. What's the details? Hit me some language there.
Okay. The target hit by the strike takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage from the attack until the spell ends. It's 1 minute concentration. The target sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius. Attack rolls against it have advantage, and it can't benefit from the invisible condition.
Very nice.
It's kind of like Guiding Bolt, but Paladin.
Sick. I dig. Okay, continue.
So I'm gonna bonus action, grab my like as I'm like sprinting up, grab my amulet. Just my elvish Kopesh glows like this blinding golden light, and then I'm just gonna like slide up and take 2 strikes at his back. Will these have advantage because I'm flanking?
Correct.
Alright, so first attack. That is a 15 to hit.
That does not hit. Despite not paying attention to you, he sidesteps your first blow. Says, "You, tailless lizard, you, snack for your key."
Alright. Second strike. That is a. I was laughing at the tailless lizard thing. That's a 17 to hit.
17 would normally hit, but he uses his reaction to parry. Your other blow comes down and he blocks it with one of these axe blades. You are a disgrace, no tail. Disgusting.
Oh man. Okay. Well, it's concentrate, so I don't think. Yeah, I think it's concentration, so I think it's just on my next hit for 1 minute. As long as I don't lose concentration for Shining Smite,
Sounds about right.
I think it holds. I think that's how the smites normally work. So as long as I don't take damage and lose concentration, then I think my next. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, fuck. I'm kind of pissed. I'm gonna growl at him and. Man, I know I don't got a tail, but come on. Like, I'm not. Yeah, fuck you. I'm a little flustered by how easily he dodged my attacks. Okay. I mean, that's my turn. Movement, action, bonus action.
Moving on down from Gladier would be Blade Silverstring. You currently are kind of floating, flying, if you will. There are a plethora of enemies all loading and knocking ranged weapons. And despite you being there, it doesn't seem to disrupt a few of their plans. You know, you kind of look on, and some of them are like, "Oh," you know, and they're definitely readying javelins and bows and crossbows and whatnot. And you know, you're not far away. You're probably the easiest target at this point. But so tell me kind of how you proceed.
So the other bridge, if I'm flying straight up, it's about 15 feet over.
Correct. I kind of have I had you kind of positioned along the wall a little bit between the bridges, but yes, the bridge's gap is about 15 feet, but the red bridge is about 25 feet above the blue bridge. So you're roughly 25 feet in the air is if you're using the blue bridge as like ground zero.
Gotcha. And when I'm looking at this bridge, how, I guess, like, can I roll like a perception check just to kind of like see how like thick this bridge is, or like how structurally sound it looks?
Yeah, I would say you could go ahead and make a perception check. I guess like a knowledge of a particular craft, but I don't think you have like stoneworking or anything.
No, I took music class.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
24.
So it's pretty thick. It looks well worn. There, you know, like I said, every like 20, 25 feet is another 10 or 12 lizard folk kind of preparing this sacrifice at the wooden stake type of a situation. So there's literally hundreds of lizard folk on this bridge. And it doesn't seem to be, not sound or anything. This bridge seems to be of similar make to the one below. It is mostly a weird conglomeration of giant precious stones, diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, things like that. But it does look well worn. It looks like it's been a travel path for some time.
Okay. Go for it. So Blade is going to kind of glare over to this bridge and um, seeing the overwhelming amount of lizard folk up there. I think he would just kind of panic, and I think I'm going to just fire off a. I'm going to fire off a shatter on the bridge, um, to see if I can get it to break.
Oh, right. Go ahead and give me. I think as a construct, it auto fails, so you got to roll some damage for me, correct?
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to make this one extra juicy. I'm gonna cast it at the let's go 5th level. So that's gonna be 6d8. I'll roll it in chat here. Oops.
6d8, huh? Nice.
Whoops. All right. Gonna be all garbage though.
You roll a digital dice and somehow still cock it, you know?
Not bad, not great. 31 points of, is it thunder damage? Is that what it is? I can never fucking remember. Thunder damage.
Okay, so with your spell, I assume you're targeting the bridge directly, yes?
Yeah. I guess to get the biggest bang for my buck there. Guessing I'd probably, if I want to shatter the bridge itself, I wouldn't be able to actually hit any of the nice little lizard people up there along with it.
Potentially, we could say you targeted a spot, trying to shatter the bridge and maybe fuck off some lizard folk at the same time. You do blow like a significant chunk off of this bridge. You know, a large like piece of diamond, and some of the bridge kind of crumbles, but it structurally holds. However, you place it just right underneath one of these these sacrifices essentially, and the kind of occurring explosion does send 2 or 3 lizard folk into the void. They just kind of scream and fall into the abyss. But the bridge holds, but you have blown like a large chunk out of it. You know, probably about a third of the way through.
Okay. I guess I am going to. God, this is a tough situation. I'm going to fly Gabrielter back down to the lower bridge, and I am going to.
Okay, going straight to the lower bridge from where you at is about 35 feet of movement, just so you're aware.
Okay, 35. And
Renwick
I
throws his thumb out like a hitchhiker and winks.
and I guess I'm going to. Oh shoot! Do I want to? Yeah, I guess I'm going to land on the ground, not dismount. Gabrielter. Um, I will wink back at Renwick, and I will. I'm going to um, give a little bit of inspiration to my friend Lucas.
Nice. Is it a song or a poem, a power word, a power ballad?
Locris, charge ahead. Take this stupid fucking lizard's head. Yeah, that's it.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's an extra D10 for you, Locris, and I am, I guess, going to stay put for right now.
Okay, moving on down from Blade. Hello, Chris. You are up after that power ballad, getting you feeling jazzed. Here's a new
All
battle
right.
map, real quick. You along with Renwick and Aloysius, have yet to kind of like exit this cave into this type of situation. So, tell me kind of how you proceed. You got Blade kind of in front of you. You got Logos and Gladier engaging some a-hole on this bridge.
So, feeling the inspiration from Blade, Locris starts getting the Limp Bizkit break stuff beat going. And I'm going to march forward my full 30 feet. And a dark energy just rushes off Locris. And behind 2X from the shadows, they just envelop him as they slide down his body. And I cast Blight. So I need a Constitution saving throw. DC 17.
Ooh, con save. I get to make these ones with advantage. First one was a nat 3, not great. Nat 4, still not great. That's a fail. Even though he gets like a +6, still failed. Poison application is probably going to be a standard action at this point. If you had prepped it, you have like, I think maybe an hour or so to land the strike.
So
Thank
he
you.
takes 39 points of necrotic damage.
Holy
Damn.
shit.
Well played. Does he have like some negative status effect or something as well?
No, it's a high damage, so it doesn't get all the fun stuff unless he was a plant.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, yeah, you kind of hit him with this spell. How does this spell kind of manifest? What does that look like to you? I don't think you've ever cast a blight spell before.
Oh no, I just got it because I just got like 5th level and crap. I see it as the shadows that are playing around the walls and stuff just like fall on him. They seem to coalesce into this dark, smoky energy that just starts draining the moisture and vitality from him.
You,
So he gets
too
a
dry for
whole
Yaki.
spin.
He will need water with you. You are like salty cracker.
And then I am going to cast Hexblade Curse on him. And that will end my turn.
All right. Moving on down from Low Chris. Renwick, you are up.
All right. I guess since Blade landed, Renwick is going to bolt over to him and hop on Gabriel's back, and just say, "Take to the skies." And he's gonna put some of the Ettercap venom on a couple bolts.
Okay, I'd say with a standard action, you could get up to 3 pieces of ammunition.
Sweet, thank you.
Okay,
And
anything fancy with that
let's
bonus
see.
action?
Yeah, bonus action. I'm gonna drop a tentacle on my way up, so he'll like hop onto Gabrielter, and you'll just see his like tentacle hand extends out, and the tentacles just keep going, and it hits the ground, and then you see a shadow pop up by 2X, and it slams down at him, and that's gonna be a 21 to hit,
Oh, that hits.
and that's gonna be a D8 plus. 5 points of cold damage. Given that he's a lizard. Is he susceptible to cold?
Not quite that kind of lizard. How much damage is that again? Hit me with that one more time.
5.
Okay. You guys have put a decent amount of damage on my dude in only like one turn of combat. I don't know if I like this. Okay, I believe that's everything. He kind of eyeballs this tentacle. He's like, I don't know if Yaki likes sushi. I guess we find out. After Renwick, fucking finally something super fun to DM-y situation. Similar to how 2X leapt from one bridge to the other. Several of his entourage, these beefy, yoked lizards, wielding what appear to be hand axes, or battle axes rather, but also wielding what looks to be a shield. A shield made out of one of Yaki's scales, this large purple shield. But they begin to descend upon the lot of you. I'm going to make a few acrobatics checks here and see if they take any damage for this jump. First one's a fail, second one's a pass, critical fail, pass. Okay, so let me roll out some damage. They try the Superman jump and land. They don't do so great. Some of them land it smooth, some of them not so much. But 4 of these like yoked lizard folk brutes land all around their leader. Let's see here, lizard folk. I'll drop a new pick in the feed here in just a sec. Lizard folk 1 and 2 land on the other side of Logos, and thus are technically flanking him at this time. Let's move a little here. Boosh. Alright, there, Logos. You're getting a couple of attacks from these great axes. Ooh, even with advantage, I only had an 8. Does an 18 hit?
No, that does not hit.
Okay, next one, an 11 and a nat 20. So sorry about that. I got a critical hit on you. The
For
other
the nat 20, I'm going to use my reaction for Cloud.
Okay.
And it's going to take all that damage and give it to 2X.
Nice. You said that 8. Does a dirty 20 hit Logos?
Yes, that hits.
Okay, so 1 crit and 1 hit between these 4 attacks. Not too bad. Okay, so you're going to use your ability to send the crit damage to 2x. Let's see, that will be. Oh, this is a fancy one. 4 on the dice doubled becomes 8, but also plus 5, so 13 additional damage. Kind of a cheap crit. It wasn't really that great. So aside from that, Lizard Folk 3 kind of lands directly in front of Locris, and he's gonna give you a couple of blows as well. We're looking at a dirty 20 and 25 to hit.
Dirty 20 misses.
Oh, damn. I forgot you got that good armor. Okay. Well, let me grab my little guy here. There it is. 8 plus 5 becomes 13 to hit. And that was just a regular hit. That wasn't even a crit. I mean 13 damage, sorry, for his attack. The other guy kind of landed on the other side of Gladier. Gladier, you're going to get a couple as well. Let's see, we're looking at an 18 and a 17 to hit.
Neither hits.
And yeah, so with that, We're gonna snap a pick real quick, and then we'll move on down the initiative. After the brutes is actually Aloysius, and Aloysius kind of calls out to you guys, "What do you want me to do? I can't do anything about this. What am I supposed to do? I go forward? Do I go backward? I told you guys we could have hung out at my pad, and none of this would have happened. We could be eating freaking donkey right now."
Just stay alive, you fucking fool. We need you to get out of these caves.
I'm gonna roll a die here. He kind of calls from the cave entrance. He says, "You see the light? Go to the light. The Nightwood is right over there. There is a big cliff. Go to the light. You will be okay."
He is still under the suggestion spell, and I did state he had to get us to Nightwood all the way out.
All right, I guess if you need my help, he very worriedly uses his movement to approach one of the lizard folk that is actually attacking Gladier, or missed his attacks on Gladier rather. And as he approaches, he says, "Hey, come on, it's me, the Holy Survivor. Why don't you calm down?" Make a roll, and the lizard folk kind of takes note of the Holy Survivor approaching, but I guess we'll see. At the end of the round, another massive tremor shakes the room. Appears Yaki is getting closer. At this point, you guys notice that a majority of the sacrifices on the bridge above you have been bruised, cut, stabbed, or other various wounds. And, a steady stream of blood seems to be dripping off of this bridge and down into this chasm. And with that being said, I'm going to drop another pick of the feed, and we're going to go back to the top. Logos. I kind of took it at a wonky angle there, sorry, but you are at the very end of this situation. Each of the white squares, aside from the one that Blade and Renwick are on, are lizard folk. I'll snap a better pick here in just a sec, but essentially, the double axe wielding lizard folk you were engaging before, a couple of his buddies showed up, two of them right behind you, and started taking swings. So, your call. What do you do from here?
So let me see that. So I got three of like I'm surrounded by like three of them right now, right?
Correct.
Okay then. Well, I'm going to take my two attacks at 2x, and then we'll get to what happens afterwards, depending on if he.
This is a little bit better angle for you, just so you can kind of see.
Good. First attack is a 22.
Oh, that
Second
hits.
attack is a 32.
Also hits.
Looking at 11 points of damage on the first one. Uh, 12 points of damage on the second one. How's he looking?
He's looking rough. You have buried several arrows in him, but he's still slathering at the mouth with this like fervent gaze. He seems to be looking at you hungrily as he licks his lips, despite being, pretty wounded.
I'm gonna use that since I've triggered attacks. I'm gonna use my boot to the mobile, to move. I'm gonna move my full movement towards the opposite end of the bridge where everyone's at, and since I made attacks, I don't incur opportunity attack.
Okay, so where are you going? You want to go back to the tunnels you came from, or did you want to go towards the exit, towards like the light source where the sun's shining in?
Actually, you know what? I read it wrong, and I'll leave it up to you. I'm looking at the mobile feed right now just to make sure, and it does say that it's when you make a melee attack against the creature, I don't provoke opportunity attacks. So me shooting my bow wouldn't classify that then, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't. I thought it was just a general attack roll. You kind of snitched
Mhm.
on yourself, but way to be honest.
Well, we got to keep it honest here. Well, if that's the case, then I'll be getting fucking smacked by three of them. Then I'll probably just stay put.
Okay, as you kind of loose a few arrows there at Two Axe. Two Axe's turn is up next.
Well, actually, hold on.
Go ahead.
Since I'm staying put, I'm gonna use my bonus action to enter my starry form. Um, and I'm gonna use my bonus attack uh to make a one more attack at 2x.
Okay, let's get her done.
22 to hit, and it's
Oh,
8
hits.
points of radiant damage if that matters.
8 points of radiant damage.
And I'm also like glowing bright light for 10 feet and a dim light for an additional 10 feet. I'm just glowing right now.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
Moving down to Two Axe. Angry that Locris has literally just filled him like a pincushion. He's coming in hot with a couple of attacks in your direction. Due to his allies, he's going to get advantage. 26 to hit. I assume 26 hits.
I think he meant Logos with the arrows.
Oh, yeah, sorry. He's attacking Logos. Sorry.
Man, come on, Locris, you could have took that damage from me.
26.
I don't want to.
He's pretty centrally focused on the one damage doer. I don't think anybody else has hit him but you, so it's on. 26 to hit with the Axe of Pain, which I assume hits, but also a 29 to hit with his other blade. So I guess
Both miss.
Okay, from the Axe of Pain, I'm going to need another intelligence saving throw.
Oh god, I shit you not, I rolled another fucking 2+1.
Okay, so you take 8 slashing damage, an additional 20 psychic damage, and as he buries the other axe head, the smoking black axe head, into you as well, I'm also going to need a Constitution saving throw.
That's an 18 total for con.
With an 18, nope, that's not gonna. You pass. He hits you with the second axe blade, and it does 10 slashing damage, and it briefly shocks your system, but you shake your way out of it. It was a particular blow. You're not quite sure what happened, but the smoky black axe is something to be aware of. It gave you quite the buzz when it came into contact. The last attack he is going to make on you is a bite attack. 28 to hit. Damn, I'm fucking killing it on these. And that will be for
Why do you hate me?
that will be for 11 piercing damage. This guy just, after sinking both sides of his axe into you, he also reaches out and chomps your shoulder neck area, sinking his teeth deep. He says, "Ah, yes, Yaki will love a rooty snack like you."
So I imagine in this moment, like we're like going toe to toe. Gladiator came and tried to help and whiffed both his attacks. So like pretty much we've only damaged each other. Um, how bad does he look right now?
I'll leave it up to you. Perception or medicine check. But if you want exact HP, you got to give me a good medicine check.
I'll do medicine. It's not too bad. Yeah, I rolled on that one. Never mind.
He's fucking really healthy, bro. He's jacked.
I just like the visual that we're like both just like in hand, like in each other's faces, bloodied and beaten.
So
Y'all didn't know Logus was a tank.
moving on down from 2x. Gladier, you are up.
Alrighty. And then he's really starting to fuck up his friend here. He's gonna center himself and take 2 more swings at him because he hasn't been hit yet. So I still got the shining smite up. He just wants to land 1 attack on this guy. So first with the Kopesh. Oh yeah, that's an 18 on the die, plus 12 with my Kopesh.
I guess a dirty 30 hits. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1d8 slashing plus 1d8 improved divine smite plus 2d8 shiny smite. So that's 4d8 damage. That's 10 slashing damage, 20 radiant damage for the first attack. So that's 30 total damage on 1 attack.
Gladiator, go ahead and tell me how you want to do this.
So he just sees like he expertly dodged and then parried his first attack and then just went off again on Logus, and he kind of sees Logus is looking really fucked up and we're all surrounded by people, so he just kind of gets he flashes with a little bit of anger and divine rage and yeah, he just kind of, I think maybe he'll like kind of swing forward and around, like deliberately missing, like lunging forward with his sword to kind of like feint an attack and see that this 2-axe kind of dodges to the side and then quickly pulls back and just stabs forward through where he guessed 2-axe was gonna dodge to the left a little bit and just kind of impales him right through the chest. Maybe like his Kopesh kind of like stabbing clean through, like almost stopping like an inch before Logus's nose before he pulls out and lets 2-axe drop to the ground. And then he's gonna kind of turn and look at each of the other lizard folk, the other 4 that are surrounding us, and be like, all right, who's next? And then I actually have a weird question now. So I have an extra attack, so I can make an extra attack whenever I make the attack action. Would you count a shove as an attack?
Yeah, that's an attack. Makes sense to me.
Okay. All right, so he's just gonna immediately, like after just impaling 2-axe through his back, just turn to lizard folk number 3, and I just want to like Spartan kick him off of the bridge.
Okay, roll to hit.
So would this just be like an unarmed strike? Is that just like would this be like plus strength or just a straight d20?
At first, let's see if you could. I believe, unless somebody has like the specs on the official language on a shove attack, I believe you actually have to hit them first. So, let's say like a standard melee
Oh,
attack.
no. Oh wait, here. In D&D Beyond, it says part of my actions, unarmed strike. The target must succeed. It says unarmed strike plus 10 to hit and 7 damage, but when I click on it it shows like a separate section under shove. The target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw. It chooses which, or you either push it 5 feet away or cause it to have the prone condition. The DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus your strength modifier and proficiency bonus. The shove is possible only if the target is no more than one size larger. But I think I have to, like you said, hit it first.
Yeah,
So would
so
it be
I think it's a plus. You said it was a plus 10, so go ahead and make an
Yeah.
attack roll plus 10.
Yeah, because I have a 6 strength and then 4 proficiency. So that makes sense for the plus 10. Okay. That is a 6 on the die, so 16 to hit.
16 is the magic number. You hit it.
Okay. All right. So then it's rules as written here in D&D Beyond: strength saving throw, strength or dexterity saving throw.
Okay, let's see. Probably
DC
their
is-
strength. They're a little bit beefier than they are dexterous. But I'm looking at a natural 3, so not so much.
Yeah, I think that fails because DC would be 8 plus my strength, which is 6, so 14 plus my proficiency bonus, which is 4, so 18.
Oh yeah, not even close. Barely broke 5.
All right, yeah, so he just kind of like stabs 2-axe through the chest, rips it out, spins around, and then just drop kicks number 3 off into the abyss 5 feet backwards.
As 2-axe hits the ground, he reaches out to one of his lizard folk warriors. Avenge me! And he lives just long enough to watch you Spartan kick the guy that he asked to avenge him off of the bridge. Oh shit! And then he dies.
Don't fuck with my little elf friend.
Locust looks at Gladiator with like puppy eyes.
Okay, so we're gonna have to retcon something. For I made a note and then missed my own note. Logos and Gladiator, your turns have already gone, so I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from both of you. The lizard folk waiting on top were merely awaiting your arrival. They begin to pelt the lower bridge with everything they've got: spears, javelins, crossbow bolts, arrows. Some of them are using slings and flinging stones. Some of them are just picking up large stones, getting a running start, and shot putting them in your direction. They are less trying to hit you and more just trying to blanket your path with various, arrows, bolts, javelins, spears, flying stones, etc. So both of you guys give me dexterity saving throws. And from here on out, while you guys are exposed, at the beginning of every player's turn, we'll be doing dexterity saving throws to avoid the incoming ranged barrage.
I rolled a nat 20 for a total of 29.
You're sidestepping stones and dodging arrows. It's fine. None of them are even coming close.
Anyone within 10 feet of me gets a plus 5.
That would
I
be
got a-
low Chris as well.
I got a 34.
So you're good.
Dexterity saving throw is a
Correct.
15.
What was that? Sorry.
15?
15, just enough. You're all these arrows and spears and things come down. Some polished stones kind of bang into your armor and bounce off. You're otherwise unfazed. You might have to throw up your shield to send an arrow glancing a different way. But alas, like this barrage just starts raining down upon you guys. With that, I believe Blade Silverstring. Unless you have anything else you want to do, Gladier.
Actually, yes, I would. I know I'm probably going to get an opportunity attack, but I'm going to, because he's on the ground. I'm going to move up next to Logus on his northern side. So, right, like near number 2. So, like, Logus is to my left and number 2 is in front of me.
Okay, sounds good.
And that's it. Actually, wait, no. Bonus action, healing word to Logus. First level. Sorry, that's only healing. It's a feat that I have, so I only have first level. But that is roll the dice. 4 points of healing to Logus. Sorry, I couldn't do more. But then that's my turn.
Okay, Blade, you are up. Here's a new battle map. And yep, you're up.
Okay. I guess. I'm do I have to roll it? Am I rolling deck save right off the bat here?
Correct. A hail of arrows and stones just come kind of assailing you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw for both you and Gibraltar. Gibraltar? Wait, Gabrielter. Sorry. You have so many damn donkeys.
They're gonna keep on coming. Okay. So Blade, I think I've got. Where am I? Blade has got. Okay, so for Blade, I got 25. Gabrielter, 15.
You guys are able to sidestep and dodge this incoming barrage. It's not a big deal. No damage or anything. So, how would you like to proceed?
Well, we are Gabrielter, and I think if Renwick's on the back, we are going to take to the skies.
I mean, it's kind of a cave, but I mean, okay, I get it. Yeah.
We're gonna take to the caves. Yeah, I'm gonna fly on up. I guess because I got 60 feet of flying. Can I get to the ledge of the upper bridge?
Yeah. So it's 15 feet over, but it's 25 feet up. I can't believe I'm such a nerd, but Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, so it'll be about 40 feet to get there.
Okay, perfect. So as I fly up, I'm like I'm assuming just if I'm gonna go straight up and then over is whatever the 20 feet up, and I'm kind of getting to view of all the little lizardy, slithery friends up there. How many are we looking at up there?
So many. So, like I said, there's about 10. They're spaced out evenly. So there's 10 soldiers, 10 like archer types, plus like a pillar with a sacrifice on it, or someone to be sacrificed. And there is a group of 10 with a pillar every 25 feet. So the bridge is 800 feet long. There's 4 parties, so roughly 40 individuals in like 100 feet for every 100 feet of bridge. So what's that? You're looking at 80 for 200 times that by 4. So I mean a lot. You've got quite a bit of lizard folk up top.
Oh, that is not.
Right, so like I said, sorry, my math might be a little off. I'm a little, getting a little ripped. But like I said, so yeah, 10 every 25 feet. That would put 40 people for every 100 feet. You have 800 feet of bridge.
Well, I'm not very good at math, and I know that's a lot of fucking lizards.
I think it's like 320. Did I do that right?
Which is why it's easier to make it a dex save versus me rolling 320 ranged attacks.
What do you mean? We're here for it. We'll take the next 32 hours.
You
For
know,
to
you know,
complete
if I
this
use Avery, it'll be
encounter.
quick, and she'll help me crit on you fuckers. So I don't know if you guys will probably die. So as you kind of approach the ledge, do you want to like touch down on this upper bridge, or are you trying to hover above it, near it? Tell me where you're going with this, Blade.
Oh, there are just a lot more lizards than I thought right there.
This bridge is a bit smaller. It's only about 10 feet wide or so.
Can I, if I were to cast a spell on that bridge that had a 20-foot circle, could I encompass those 10 archers?
A 20-foot circle, so I would say 5. That would get 6 of the 10 in the first group. Yeah.
Mm. This is not sounding good. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to Blade is going to kind of see this prisoner up above, and kind of feeling like we need to save these people. Blade is going to um, cast from Gabrielter synaptic static. He's going to pull out his one of his loot, take one good strum of it, and then you just kind of see this silvery mist starting to fly over to these 6 archers. But then within this mist, you see little cackles of silver light and lightning hit the bridge and then hit them.
Okay, and what do you need from me? An intelligence saving throw per each guy?
So, yes, I need an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, well, you picked the right stat to fuck with, I think. Yep. They're
I figure they're not
they're
smart.
not the smartest guy. If you couldn't tell from dealing with Aloysius, they're not the smartest species. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a critical fail. Another fail. Another fail. Another fail. I didn't roll above a 10 in all 5 rolls, or all 6 rolls, so.
All right, so they are all going to take 6d8 psychic damage for a total of 29 points of psychic damage
Each?
to them each.
You full on just explode these dudes. There's like 6 of them that just like explode from electricity. Viscera and gore shower the party down below as they battle these other lizard folk.
And then we are going to land, and maybe as we land, I am going to see if do I really want him to do it? Fuck it for theatrics. So I'm gonna basically land on the ledge, and as I land, could I hit another lizard with my hooves with the Gabrielter?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
And okay, so that's +6 to hit. I'm just gonna fucking roll it with this. Damn, that's a miss. 11.
Yeah, not quite. Rears up and kicks, but the lizard folk sees it coming, dodges out of the way last second.
You'll get him, Gabrielter. And I'll turn and look back at Runwick and be like, I believe this is your stop. And as a bonus action, I'm going to give him a little bit of inspiration.
All right.
And yeah.
Okay, well, moving on down. We're going to go down to Locris. You are up. Locris, go ahead and give me that dex save as this stones and various bolts and javelins and arrows come whizzing in your direction.
$17.
None manage to connect, and those that do, it's just, a simple stone or a bolt or arrow that seems to glance off your armor. Nothing seems to stick. So, tell me how you kind of proceed.
All right. I still got a guy up on me, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll drop another pick. You currently are toe-to-toe with one of these lizard folk. Gladier and Logos on the other side of him also have some enemies.
All right, so I'll just start laughing. As a bonus action, I'm going to set off Giant Might, so I just grow bigger. After his one hit and one miss. And then I'm going to take 2 swings with my weapon.
All right, give me some attack rolls.
26 and 23.
Both hit for sure.
Let's see. It's going to be...
Wait, didn't I... Oh, never mind. Sorry, never mind.
You Spartan kicked 4 off and killed the centered one, but
I thought I kicked number 3 off, but
oh, sorry, I went for number 4 on
no,
the other.
it's
My bad.
no, it's totally fine. I got 2 guys down. I'm not complaining.
17 on the first one.
Very nice.
Let's see, plus a d6. Plus 3, so 20 points of radiant damage. And then the second hit is 16 points of radiant damage.
Damn. So how much damage was that total?
36 points.
Okay, I had 37, but I fucked it a little bit. I was like, I did my math wrong. I knew I did. Okay, let me scratch that down. Anything else after these land a couple of firm blows?
No, that's action, bonus action, and I don't plan on going anywhere.
He hisses at you as you grow to be much larger than him. Just kind of what starts out as angry kind of ends as fearful as he kind of looks at this now towering individual standing over him. Moving on down from here, Renwick, you are up.
He looks down at his hand and the tentacles cut apart and he starts to see a little like crackle of lightning form, and then he looks at how many lizards there are and how spread out they are. And he just sighs. And he goes, one day. And he looks at Blade and he goes, on second thought, I think we need to get across this bridge. I don't think we can help them. And then he just fires a crossbow bolt down at one of the brutes on the bridge.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Wait, just because you are not on the bridge does not mean that these archers do not target you. So they definitely throw some stones and arrows and bolts and all that nonsense in your direction. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
I did roll a dex save. I forgot to tell you it was 22. I got an 11.
Oh, okay, no problem. You sit firmly behind Blade on Gabrielter and using him as a human shield. You're fine.
And with the crossbow, that's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
So that's a D8 plus 5. And then how do you rule your Ettercap venom? Because I didn't find anything official, but the consensus seems like a D8 and then a con save or be poisoned.
I think when you said you wanted to dump out one poison and trade it for the Ettercap poison, I said something along the lines of you're trading the poison status effect for poison damage. So I will let you roll an extra, we'll call it a D10 of poison damage on account of that Ettercap was a particularly potent one.
Word. All right. So that's going to be 10 plus 5. Motherfucker, I rolled a 1, so 6 points of damage on that. And then I'll bonus action move the tentacle and slam down on the same one. And that's going to be, what is that? 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And that's 2 plus 4. For 6 points of cold damage, and its movement speed's reduced by 10, if it matters.
Okay, minus 10 movement. What was that damage one more time?
6 points, I believe it was, on
right.
cold. Yeah.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, this brute is looking quite rough.
And he'll just call out and say, "There's far too many. We've got to get across the bridge." And yeah, I think he's gonna encourage the party to just fucking haul ass. We can't fix this one.
Speaking of the brutes, moving on down. Unless you want to take any movement or anything there, Renwick.
I'm actually gonna stay on Gabrielter in case we start flying.
All right, so the brutes. I will say one of the lizard folk up top, where Renwick and Blade and Gabrielter are, drops his bow and picks up a bone, like just a massive, like a femur bone. It looks similar to a baseball bat that he wields with two hands. And he steps up to the proverbial plate and is going to make a couple of attacks on Blade. I don't imagine a 13 or a 10 hit, so whoosh, whoosh. And with that, let's see here. Okay. Lizard Folk 1 is going to make an attack, a couple of attacks on Logos. 17 being the high, I don't think that hits. Whoosh and a whoosh. A couple of axe blades come crashing down. Lizard Folk number 2, similar situation, but for Gladier. One might actually hit. Does a 21 hit there, Gladier?
21 just hits.
Ooh, barely. Okay, so you're looking at... Damn, I rolled pretty good. You're looking at a whopping 13 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Number 3 puts a couple of attacks towards Locris. Sorry. Oh, damn. I got a 17 to hit and a natural 20 to hit. Sorry there, Locris. But a 17 actually becomes 25.
Both hit?
I didn't know if you were going to do some fuckery or something. Send those attacks.
I use my reaction to feel bad for Locris.
Absolutely. So the regular hit, not a whole lot, whopping 7 slashing damage. The critical hit, damn, I rolled a nat 1. So you got lucky on that because it's also 7 slashing damage. So 14 total slashing damage.
I just got that back, damn it.
With that, a sixth brute enters the field, takes a running jump, and lands down on the bridge. Let me make an acrobatics check. He actually passes his. He lands right next to Aloysius and sends a couple of attacks his way. This dude hits Aloysius twice. This lizard folk takes this running leap from this upper ledge, lands on the bridge like a rock star, does the whole like 3-point, Iron Man landing, pulls an axe from his belt, hits Aloysius twice, and just cuts Aloysius down. Aloysius is currently unconscious on the ground next to this lizard folk warrior. That being said, Aloysius' turn. Your old die here. He chokes on his own blood as he's just kind of laying there unconscious. End of the round. Another tremor. This one much, much closer. Large boulders seem to fall from the darkness above to the darkness below. You hear these loud cracks. You're not sure if it's the earth splintering, these boulders landing, more boulders falling down from above. But Yaki is very close at this point. And we'll move back to the top of the round. Logos, you are up. Give me just a sec. I'll drop another pick in the feed. Essentially, you are kind of flanked-ish. You've got Gladir next to you, and Locris not far. A handful of lizard folk scattered in between.
Do I still need to make the dexterity throw? Or is that after my turn?
Yes, you should make that first. A bunch of arrows and bolts and various rocks and things seem to crash down on your position. But luckily for you guys, it is also crashing down on the brutes. And they don't seem to be as capable of dodging as you guys.
I got a 26 total.
Yeah, you're fine. None of them seem to land.
Okay. At this point, since I'm still, would it be would you say would it be a full action or a free action, bonus action? I wanted to grab that axe, that tool axe drop.
Okay, yeah. If you want to, I'm going to say you're going to have to at least burn a bonus action. I'll let it be a free action if you just drop your bow and pick the axe up. But if you're going to put your bow away and pick the axe up, you're going to have to burn like a bonus action.
I was hoping to put the axe like on my back and to hold my bow. Like I don't want to swap weapons just yet. But if I can do that with a bonus action, I'll do that.
It's a two-hander of a weapon. It's not something you could easily tuck away. It might take you a moment. Yeah.
All right. If that's the case, then I'll use that bonus action to grab it.
Okay, yeah. You grab the axe, and the black and red smoke stop. You just have this like pristine double-edged axe at the moment.
That's weird. Okay. Then I will use my action to do my 2 attacks, and I'm gonna do them at each of the brutes. What would that be like? Do I just put a standard great axe right now, or what?
Oh, you want to use the axe?
Yeah, just swing it because I need to do a melee attack anyways.
You're not really proficient with it's kind of an exotic weapon unless you have like an exotic weapon proficiency, so it will just be kind of like a standard melee attack.
All right, what would we call that? A D8, D12?
Oh, the axe is a D12.
All right, let me just put it in the inventory to make it.
right? Because a weapon like that is probably strength and attacks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add a great axe to my inventory for now, just so I can.
Make sure you
Swing
say
it.
double-sided great axe.
I don't have a double-sided in D&D Beyond, just a double-sided scimitar.
I know I kind of homebrewed this weapon from 3.5. It's in the 3.5
Okay.
handbook, but sorry,
I'll
but
just
it's
put
similar.
a great axe for now, and then I can tweak it later if I need to. Okay. So with a great axe, I'm just gonna take those 2 melee attacks at these dudes.
Okay, give me a couple of attack rolls. I assume lizard folk 1 and 2. That's who you're going for?
Yeah, the ones that are in between me and the exit.
Oh right, give me some attack rolls.
I only get a +4, and I rolled a 17 for 21.
That hits.
Okay, for the first one, it did just 8 damage.
All right, he takes the blow and kind of hisses at you.
The second one, I rolled a 6 to hit.
So you swing a little too wide. These brutes also seem to be carrying shields that look to be single scales of this yaki purple worm.
Okay, and now since I took melee attacks against them and they don't have to hit, that neither of them can do opportunity attacks. I'm going to use that to do my full movement towards the other side of the bridge.
Okay, 45 feet, right? And you take off after these attacks. Just kind of boot scoot boogie.
That's everything for me. It's my turn.
All right. Moving on down from Logos. 2X just kind of lays there super dead. Moving on down from him. Gladier, you are up.
Okay. Do 1, 2, and or actually no, fuck it. Does number 2 and number 3 do they have these cool little purple shields?
All of the brutes seem to have them. Yes, they're wielding an axe, and they have this like purple scale that they're using as a shield.
How are number 2 and 3 looking? Is that going to be like an action to inspect multiple targets?
Go ahead and give me either a perception or a medicine check. I'll give you a freebie, but depends on how you roll.
It's hopefully shit. 17 on the die. Hopefully I didn't just waste a good roll on a perception check. It's a 18 total.
3 is looking rough. 3 has seen some damage. Locris and Renwick have put it on 3 a little bit. 2, however, unscathed.
2 hasn't been hit. Oh, it was number 1 who got hit with by Logus just now?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Fuck. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna take my first attack at number 2. Do I have, actually, wait, let me look at my bonus actions. Alright, I'm gonna bonus action Thunder Smite. First time you hit with melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings thunder is audible 300 feet. Attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone. So bonus action that. That is a 18 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. So that is Sorry. 1d. You think I would know my damage right now? 1d8 plus 8. God, I'm getting nervous. That's 16 slashing damage, 4 radiant damage. Thunder Smite is 2d6. So that's 20 damage so far, plus 11 thunder damage, and they have to make a DC 17 strength saving throw or be pushed backwards 10 feet.
Uh, 15 on the die does become a 17.
Okay, so they still take the damage, but they don't get pushed back.
All right.
Um,
Brute 2, correct?
yes, that was all on Brute 2.
Okay, just making sure.
How's he? Is he looking a little more hurt now?
Yeah, about 33 points of damage more hurt.
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn around. I'll take the opportunity attack if I need to, but I'm gonna turn around and take a 5-foot step and take my second attack at number 3.
Okay, the number 2 takes the opportunity attack. Does a 19 hit?
19 does not hit.
Just kind of bangs off your armor. Go ahead and give me an attack roll as you step up to 3.
Oh, that's a 19 on the die. Plus 12.
That misses. Fuck that. That's too high. No, you're good.
All right. That is a D8 plus 8 slashing damage. That is 11 slashing damage. I'm going to pump a Divine Smite. Second level. Burn a second level spell slot for a Divine Smite. So that is a 3d8 extra radiant damage. So that was 11 slashing damage plus 14 radiant damage. So that's 25 total damage to brute number 3.
And he brings him over the threshold to a whopping 75 points of damage, which is the magic number. Tell me how you take down Brute 3.
All right. Yeah, so I just take that like quick slash at number 2, and then I just kind of use my momentum on the forward slash to or backward slash, kind of backhanded, to spin around and just take like a jump through the air and spin and just come straight down across his back from like shoulder blade to hip and slice down number 3. And I just look Locris in the eye and say, "Man, we need to get the fuck out of here. There's too many of them, and that fucking worm's coming. Let's go." And then I'm gonna take my. Oh shit! I already used my action and bonus action. I want one of those fucking shields. Oh, god damn it!
It's a free action as long as you drop the Kopesh to grab it.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Ah, fuck! God, we still have so much further to go. Oh man, I'm gonna move. I'm not gonna take my full movement. I'm gonna move back upwards.
Before you move everywhere? Okay, never mind. Sorry. I think I was like, wait, I was checking to make sure I got you for your deck save. I did, though, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I've done one so far.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna move. So I think it's, let me look at the picture. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet back towards the other side. So like I'm on the opposite side of where 2 used to be. And I'm just gonna stop there because I would like to grab the shield on my next turn and then take all my movement.
Okay,
So
so walk me through this. You took a 5-foot step to attack this guy 3, and then where do you go from there?
And then I move back to my original position, and then I move another 10 feet. So I'm basically 10 feet forward from where I started. on just the other
On
side
the
of
other
number
side of
2.
2. Got it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
And
it.
I'll
Well,
stop there.
unless you are going to, well, you'd have to go through number 2 to not get an opportunity attack from number 1. So if you're gonna step around number 2, he is
Oh,
gonna
two's still alive.
He-
That's right.
yeah,
Shit.
1 and 2 are
Sorry.
still alive. Correct.
Oh no. Okay, then I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna go in between 1 and 2. Fuck it. I'm gonna stand right between 1 and 2.
Okay,
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot number 2 was still alive. That's my bad.
you blasted him pretty good, but he's still hanging in there.
All right. Yeah. And then that's my turn.
All right. Moving on down from here. Blade Silverstring. You are up on this ledge. A bunch of stones thrown by angry lizard folk come pelting in your direction. You and Gabrielter. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Do. Blade is 30. Gabrielter. 18. Hell yeah.
Both pass. These stones seem to, you bob and you weave, and the ones that do strike seem to glance off your armor. No problems.
Oh man, this is not looking good. I guess. Oh man, I don't like that picture. Fucking giant worm right there. I don't see him.
You can't metagame. That's not there yet.
I know he's not, but it's just even worse.
You hear him coming, though. He's not far off. The tremors are intensifying.
Shit. Okay. I guess. We are gonna take to the skies once more. Shoot. So if it's 15 feet. Oh God. You know what? We're gonna try to get out of here. I am going to take flight with Gabrielter. Maybe like hover 10 feet up and then go forward as far as I can get.
Brute will take an opportunity attack on you, which is 26 to hit.
And I will shout back with some cutting words and say, "You're gonna have to try harder, fuckhead."
That's excellent.
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything creative.
Perfect. That was creative enough. That made me giggle.
So 1d10 off of that. Is it for me or Gabrielter?
I'm gonna say you.
All right. Well, fuck me.
23 to hit.
Still hits.
10 slashing damage as he lands a blow as you take off.
Blade will kind of, as we're taking off, be like, "All right, he's actually a pretty good shot." And I guess I will fly forward with Gabrielter, and re-looking at the Pegasus sheet. He has 90 feet of flying. So if I can fly, if I go up 10, can I go 80?
Yeah.
And
80 feet, nice.
Yeah, we'll go 80 feet forward. And gosh, golly. And are there any, if I fly 80 feet forward, are there any, I'm sure we're gonna get attacked by a ton of shit anyways, but are there like enemies right below us? that would be more inclined to attack us?
Basically, the whole upper bridge is just packed with enemies. Like I said, every 25 feet or so, there's about 10 lizard folk with a sacrifice to Yaki chained or tied to a wooden post. So, I mean, it's kind of a hit or miss. Let's see here. I'll roll. We'll call it evens, and evens it is. Yeah, there's definitely some lizard folk directly below you, taking aim.
Okay. I'm gonna just look down at them and be like, "Time to go bye bye." And I guess I'm just gonna cast Shatter right below at them.
Excellent. What do you need from me again?
So that's just that's a con save. Um,
Is it like an
I don't know
area
how
of
many
effect, or is it a single target?
area.
So what are we talking here?
10 feet.
15-foot cone or something like that?
10 foot. It looks like sphere.
Okay, I'd say a 10-foot sphere could hit 4. So if you placed it just right. So I mean, what do you need from me again? Con saves?
Yep, con save.
Okay, a 9, a 12, 17 becomes a dirty 20, and
There
a
you go.
2.
All right, so the dirty 20 passes. So he's going to take half. The rest take 30 points of thunder damage.
You full on just fry a bunch more of these dudes. Not only does the initial thunder damage just explode a couple of these lizards, the after effect of this like explosive spell sends several flying off into the abyss.
And yeah, I guess I'm just going to kind of keep hunkering down and yeah, just I think going to end my turn there.
All right, moving on down. Locris, you are up. Gladier kind of stepped up and took down the guy you were thwacking, but large and in charge. What do you do from here?
Is Aloysius dead?
Give me a perception or medicine check.
18 plus 5, 23.
Aloysius has failed one death save. Sorry, fellas, I got disconnected there for a second.
No. That's all right. I thought I wasn't being heard.
Sorry, so Aloysius has failed exactly one death save.
Can he be dead?
Yeah, all you have to do is probably nothing.
Um. Damn it. I'll just move forward and try and take out Brute 2.
Okay, great. 15 feet of movement puts you in melee. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
A lot and 14.
14 just misses, but literally anything above that hits.
Well, I had 19 on the die and plus, 12.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Do you still have inspo?
Oh, yeah. I got an inspo. I'll use inspiration on that last one. Or that one that missed.
Even if you roll a 1, you will hit. So we'll just call it 2 hits.
All right. 10 plus 18 for 28 plus 3. 31 points of radiant damage.
Jesus.
And
He's rough. He's breathing haggard and barely standing. Damn humanoids.
yeah, let's burn my action surge. And those both hit. Do I need to roll out damage?
I'm gonna say if you could yeah, you might have to. You gotta give me more than 11 to take him down. So if you're all shitty,
Oh, with it,
he'll still be alive.
with the 2 hits, it's still a +9 on the damage.
Oh, so even if you rolled
So
minimum
that's
damage,
+18.
that's exactly what. Even if it was 2 ones, you do just enough. So go ahead and tell me how you take him down.
So I'll just charge forward and say, "You're in my way," and just beat the shit out of him.
Mid hiss, his skull gets crushed.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay, moving on down from Locris. That would be Renwick, kind of holding on to Blade as his Pegoas sails through this canyon of darkness. What do you have in mind here, Beller?
Well, I think I'm a little bit far away, so my tentacle's not really relevant anymore if he's hauling ass. I don't have any good area effect spells. Based on, I guess, like, how we are positioned with flying, how many creatures could I get in a 100-foot line?
I mean, if you are flying at an angle, it might be a little difficult, but I'd say 100-foot line, you could probably line up roughly half of the lizard folk in that thing. So, 100-foot line, you're looking at probably, what did I say? There's 10 or what? No, 40 every 100 feet. So you could probably get something like 20 lizard folk, but you would have to, it would require you landing and being on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, well, shit. I mean, if we're hauling ass, there's not much I can do from up here, so I guess I'll just. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna take pot shots at. Oh, fuck. If I can get within anybody uh, on the bridge with 80 feet of range to try to, I guess, like clear the bridge out a little bit, but I know we hauled ass, so we're a decent distance away.
I mean, the people engaging like your allies are probably a little too far, but you guys are only 10 feet above this bridge, and there's, like I said, hundreds of lizard folk on this bridge. If you just want to take a pop shot at one, this is a target-rich environment for sure.
I'll just take a shot with disadvantage because I guess the secondary range is 320 feet, so I'll just take a disadvantage shot to try to help clear the bridge so that everybody can keep running.
Okay, you have your options here: 1 or 6 or 5. 5 being the one that attacked you guys before you took off flying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1 just to help clear the path. I rolled 2 4s though for 13.
Oh, just not quite enough, unfortunately. He sidesteps your bolt just like many, many others. Speaking of, Renwick, this just kind of the area you're in becomes assailed with stones and arrows and javelins and spears. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
21.
Don't worry about it. You dodge and bob and weave. It's almost like Gabrielter's doing it for you. You just kind of have to hold on to Blade. You seem safe.
And yeah, I think I'm gonna save my bonus action. And yeah, I'm definitely staying on Gabrielter. Blade's gonna fly my ass out of here.
Excellent. Okay. Moving down. Les Brutes. Brute 1 still kind of somewhat engaged with Gladier. That is a 24 for the first attack and a 13 for the second.
First definitely hits. Second misses.
That will be 9 slashing damage as this brute kind of lands one of these axe blows on your chest.
Alrighty.
Brute 6 picks up the carcass, or soon-to-be carcass, rather, of Aloysius, holds it above his head, dripping in his blood, and proclaims to the rest of the group, "I've killed him! I've killed the holy survivor! Me!" He's kind of like proclaiming his trophy to the rest of the crowd. And, some of the archers up above, do hoot and whoop and hiss and cheer at this action, but alas, he takes a single step and throws Aloysius off the bridge. That being said, Aloysius' turn. Doesn't really matter. He's sailing through the air. And at the bottom of the round, finally, bursting forth from some depth not quite seen, this purple worm comes onto the scene. Another tremor and an explosion of earth erupts as this massive purple worm begins crawling about the room, this chasm you guys are in. Now, this is where it's going to get a little funky. I am going to make a roll to decide who and where and what Yaki attacks, as this is what I would call a target-rich environment. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to roll a d20, and if it lands on your initiative, that's where he's going to go attack. So, we will see. This worm is massive, and though this cavern is something like 800 feet across, this worm seems to be able to span it. My mini might not do it justice, but this worm is capable of reaching across this entire chasm with its body. It is a gargantuan creature. And let's see here. This is going to have to be with a whopping... thanks to Logos's huge initiative, I am going to have to add a +8 to this roll. So, fuck me, dude. 5 plus 8 becomes 13. That is Locris on the money. Locris, this worm bursts forth from the wall, climbs over the bridge above you, under the bridge you are on, and spins around for feeding time. Let me adjust this real quick. Just double checking, making sure I'm not fucking anything up here. Okay. Sorry. Ooh, God, it's a lot to hit. Okay, so, well, that's going to be a 31 to hit, Locris. I imagine that hits.
Would you... I don't know how this would work on a giant fucking purple worm, but I do have the protection fighting style to impose disadvantage on an attack on a party member within 5 feet of me.
I will allow this. I rolled a 17 on the die. I do add plus 14 to this, but I will re-roll it. I will re-roll that 17. 14 becomes a 28 to hit.
Okay. I tried Locris, I'm sorry.
A 28 to hit Locris. This creature just kind of barrels towards you and takes a chomp. Locris, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw to avoid this creature's massive maw.
+5. You're within 10 feet of me.
All right. So I get +5 from him. Let me pull up Shield Master real quick, which I think is an underappreciated feat. Okay, so I can add my Shield's AC bonus also. So it's going to be a +8 +2. So I have a +10 on this roll. And it's a fucking natural 1.
No.
Oof. Oof. Not a good time to get a natural 1. Locris, the chomp from this creature hits you for 32 damage, and it swallows you. You are inside its maw. It takes a big bite and swallows you whole.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so moving on down from Yaki. Back to the top of the round, Logos, you are up. You see this massive worm kind of burst into this cavern and immediately go for a member of your party, and in one quick swallow, Locris is gone.
Oh shoot, I'm unmuted already? Uh, um, excuse me while I freak the fuck out and try to look at what the hell I can do here. So is I don't think I'm gonna I'm gonna try something a little crazy, and I'm not too sure what's gonna happen. um, I'm gonna try to cast polymorph on this thing into a baby worm.
You're gonna try to say that one more time? You're kind of muting out on me. Polymorph, you said?
I'm gonna try to polymorph this into a regular sized worm. Actually, no, because I don't want Locust to like hurt it when it comes out.
I mean, it depends on the parameters of your spell, I guess.
That's why I'm reading it. Depends on.
You're really muted. You're coming. It's hard for me to hear you. You're coming in really low.
I'm mumbling right now because I'm trying to read.
Oh, no worries. I thought you were talking to me. Take your time. It's only Locris's life. No, I'm just kidding.
Is there? It's not really saying anything. Is there a rule if something's inside of it? What happens to the thing?
I will allow you an insight or a history check. Your call.
I'll do insight. Oh, it's a 12.
So here's what I see. You polymorph him into a baby worm. I bust out. He becomes a big worm again, and I'm free falling through a void.
Okay, what do you prefer though?
Not to free fall to my death.
Did he like chomp him and keep on moving? Like is the purple worm's mouth already like past the bridge and over into open air?
Basically, go ahead and give me an insight check, lady.
Oh, that's fucking garbage. God damn it. That's a 4.
There was a little bit of a blood spray when some of those teeth came down, swallowed him whole. You don't know much. So, Logos.
I Ay, 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 ay. So is this thing like is it like where's it at in relative like so it's not on the bridge no more or is it like back like around the earth that it would came out of?
It is currently kind of haphazardly spanning its body across both bridges. I'll take another quick pic real quick just to get it out there. But yeah, essentially it has come out of the wall and spanned over one bridge and onto the other. It looks like it's just kind of going to continue its trajectory. Well, let me go ahead and hit you guys with a new pic. Sorry, my tech's like a little slow lately. I don't know what's up. Probably too many D&D pictures on my ship. All right. Incoming pic and skadoosh. This is pretty relatively accurate. But from here on out, any movement farther down the bridge, I'm just going to have to calculate on paper because I don't have enough graph board. So, you are the little blue dude on the bridge. You might be hard to see, but yeah, you are probably, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. You're about 40 feet from Gladier, and Gladier's about 5 feet from this worm.
Okay. So like I'm like so would this thing be considered like a monster, a beast, or like what the hell is this thing?
With that insight check, you're not sure.
Fair enough. You know what? Okay. I am going to cast where is that lost again? Where did my spell go? Sorry, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
I gotta play the Jeopardy song for you guys. I'm like, do 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 do. Boom.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I'm gonna cast blight on this thing at 5th level. Try to hurt it enough that it spits sluggers out.
Okay, and what do you need from me?
Oh shit, I don't even know. Well, shit. Maybe not, because this thing probably has fucking hella constitution. Oh, fuck it. I already said it. It's a con saving throw.
9 plus 11 becomes a dirty 20.
And of course, I rolled 3 fucking ones in damage. So that's 31 halved to 15. That's so shit. That pisses me off. I would have done more if I just shot it.
Okay, as you kind of cast this spell, do a bit of damage to Yaki, the lizard folk all around like howl and hiss and curse, and as you do a bit of damage to Yaki, the worm screeches such a loud echo it shakes the entire chamber, and it seems to shift its notion from feeding to fighting. And you guys notice at the end of its tail, a massive barb erupts from its flesh, and it looks to also have a stinger.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna cast bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark on it, and I'm gonna use my movement to keep on keeping on, baby. I'm gonna keep moving on towards the other end of the bridge.
All right, so an additional 45 feet of movement. You're already 90 feet out, so I'll put you at 135 feet. As you take off running down the bridge, we're going to go down. 2X just continues to be super dead. Gladier, you are up. This thing just swallowed Locris whole. Once Logos hit it with an offensive spell, it has turned now from just kind of feeding to it looks more aggressive. It was casually kind of moving by. Now it is moving much swifter and very much so in the direction of Logos.
Yeah, Glader's just gonna fucking. He's gonna see red. Just shout, no! And he's gonna take his 2 attacks at the purple worm. Just like let him go and just swing. Both attacks at the Kovesh. Bonus action. Blinding smite. Third level spell. So that is next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon flares a bright light. The attack deals an extra 3d8 radiant damage to the target. Additionally, the target must succeed on a con saving throw or be blinded until the spell ends. It's con save 17.
So
That is-
the 16 on the die becomes a 27 con save. So
Okay, well, he's not blinded, but I rolled a natural 20.
oh snap! Well played, sir. Well, you got some
So
extra
that is-
damage in there, didn't you?
Yeah, so that's 1d8. Shit, that's 1d8 doubled. 3 plus 1d8 radiant damage for my improved divine smite, plus 3d8 blinding smite. So all of that is doubled, right? Because it's all rolled dice.
Yeah, double the rolled dice, but only add your modifiers once.
Yes. Okay, so I have 5d8 doubled plus modifiers. Okay. That is a 5, a 4, an 8, a 7, a 3. So that's 10, 18, 22, 27 times 2, 54 damage, plus 8 for the Kopesh, so that's 62. So that is 62 total damage for my first attack.
Oh, very nice. You carve into it, burst of energy. You must have found an artery or a soft spot underneath the scale and drilled it hard. It lets out another screech that seems to shake the entire cavern.
All right, and I'm going to make a second attack. If he's still holding on to Locris, I'm going to make my second attack against him. That is, I swear to fucking God, that's another natural 20. I'm not
Very
lying.
nice. I believe it. Very nice. You need it.
Jesus, okay. So that is, God, of all the times I've rolled shit, this is the good time to roll good. That's a 1d8. So that's 6 times 2, 12 plus 8 slashing. So that's 20 slashing damage. I'm going to burn another third level spell slot. I'll do a divine smite. So that is 3. No, that's 4d8. There's 2d8 for a level 1 plus 2 to level 3. So 48 radiant damage. Are divine smites doubled on a crit? I do not know.
All dice.
All dice. Okay, so that's another 48 doubled. So that's 20 slashing damage already. Plus 8, 16, 21 times 2, 42. So that's another 62 damage for my second attack.
Damn, you are fucking kicking it up over here. Very nice. Fucking boom.
Glader fucking showing up for once.
And once again, another powerful blow. You seem to target the soft spot you found, and you hit it keen again, pumping some more divine and holy energy into it. Once again, another shuddering shriek that seems to not only bounce off the walls, but shake the very earth itself. Alas, does not. It still seems to hold on to your ally.
Fuck. Alright, yeah. No, I'm still like Glader's just laser focused on the purple worm now. He's not even paying attention to the brute still standing next to him because the worm's got his friend. So yeah, he's just chilling there.
All right, and that's no movement or anything.
No. I mean, if the purple worms did it move at all after it got attacked?
It was continuing to flow with movement until Logos hit it, which sent it into attack mode, and then you hit it much, much harder. And yeah, it's definitely moving, probably right at you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay there.
All right, Blade Silverstring, you are up. You are about 80 feet down the way, and you see this massive worm enter the battlefield, and first thing right off the bat, swallow Locris.
Ah. So I guess kind of as we're hauling ass here, if I turn back and I see this, Blade is definitely going to want to kind of help out here. So maybe before like we start taking off again, Blade is going to kind of whip around, turn around, holding his loot, and he's going to look at this this Yatki and say, "You're going to regret swallowing him." And once again, take one big strum of the loot, and you see this silvery mist that has a range of 120 feet. Go and cackle with light and energy, and then strike Yatki.
Oh, right. You need an intelligence saving throw for me?
Yes, yep.
Boy, did you pick the right stat. 6 on the die.
Perfect. So he's going to take 8d6 psychic damage. But after a failed save, a target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls, ability checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. And he can make these saves every one on his turn to see if he can break the effects.
And it's an intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
And your DC is 19?
Yep.
It's literally impossible.
Okay, so I will roll out some damage here. And just for like, as like, I'm going to keep moving forward on Gabrielter here, but so this Yatki, he, like you said, he's long enough for like this whole cavern. Is he like coming out of like one area, or is he kind of like coiled up around like where I could strike him like as I'm heading out?
I mean, as it sits, you're only about 50 feet away from like the center of his body. But if you wanted to like strike the head or something, you could potentially like pick a spot. But yes, this worm is capable of spanning the 800 feet chasm. It is quite large, but currently it is kind of hovering around the first, I don't know, 50 feet of the bridge that you guys were on.
Okay. I think I'm gonna just keep hauling ass after that. To fly another 90 feet forward. And Yaki's gonna take 24 points of psychic damage.
Excellent. Definitely hits, crackles. You see several scales kind of bend up uncomfortably, as it takes this blow.
And I think, am I still rolling for, probably dex saves.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a deck save as they kind of pelt you with arrows and various stones and things.
Okay, Blade is 26, and Gabrielter, do not fail me, my friend. Please. No. 10 for Gabriel.
Damn. A few arrows actually find their mark this go around. Gabrielto takes a whopping 11 piercing damage.
Noted. And I think that's gonna be it for me.
All right, moving on down. Locris, it is dark. You are restrained, and bubbling, burning acid seems to be coated in all of this thing's inner organs, and now this bubbling, burning acid seems to be coating you. At the top of your turn, you take 21 points of acid damage. Currently blinded and restrained, but alas, how do you proceed?
I'm going to try and hit my way out.
All right, give me some attack rolls. I think being restrained does make you make them with disadvantage.
It's 15 for the best.
That's not going to do it. You couldn't quite, get a good swing. It's hard to hit with all the lubrication of this acidy spit.
And that ends my turn.
Oh, shit. Moving on down from Locris. Renwick, you are on the back of Blade's mount, whisking away. You're about 170 feet from where this worm and Gladier seem to be doing battle.
Hey, yeah, shit, at 170 feet, what can I do here? Really not much of anything at that distance. Fuck. Yep, I was trying to see if I had like any situational scrolls here that were gonna help, but I'm afraid not. Too far out to hit the worm with the bolt of lightning, so I guess I'm just taking a. If the worm gets within range, I'm gonna hold my action to cast a spell.
Okay, sounds good to me.
It'll be
what spell?
we'll call it
Specific?
120 feet away is the trigger.
Okay, sounds good. I assume that's it.
Yeah,
All right, coming
not much else I can do from here.
Right, I know, right? Kind of a fucked up situation. What are the odds that I fucking right off the bat I roll Locris's fucking initiative? That's wild. Moving on down, the brutes. They are not done. The brute standing next to Gladier. This is the most holiest moment of my entire life. What are you doing? You cannot strike a god. And he attacks you. One of those is a natural one, but the other is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
You're looking at a whopping 13 slashing damage.
Alrighty.
Moving on down from the brutes would be Aloysius as he sails through the darkness, plummeting towards somewhere. We're not sure. And at the bottom of the round, Yaki. Now, Gladier, you've done a significant amount of damage to Yaki. Not a fan.
What? No.
So I think I have to roll a d6 against this, but I'm currently looking at a 29 to hit. Minus 3 becomes a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that still hits.
I'm going to need a constitution saving throw. This thing comes up to you, Gladier, and though it hisses and howls right in your face, it actually whips its body around and hits you with its stinger.
That is 18 con save.
An 18 con save is just shy of what you needed, unfortunately, sir. You take, whoops, that's actually supposed to be, that was actually supposed to be 3d6. So, and I rolled another 6. So we're going to add, let's see. 18 plus 6 would come out to 24 piercing damage, but since you failed your con save as well,
Yikes.
it comes with an additional 42
What?
poison damage. And after that, it makes a bite attack on you. Ooh, 2 on the dice becomes a 16. Plus I got to minus the d6, which is actually a 4. So the bite attack, fortunate for you, just takes a big chunk of gem out of this bridge and shatters it in its teeth. But alas,
Yeah, that's good. It fucking missed because I would have went down. I almost went down from the fucking poison. Jesus Christ.
and this is typically where we go to the top of the round, boys. But I think we're pressing this session a little bit for our East Coasters, so we might have to do the second half of this combat next week, unless you guys want to run for another hour. I might be game.
I don't think I could swing that one.
Yeah, I didn't want to push it, so let's put a bookmark here, and we'll continue this combat later.
All right.
Do we get a long rest?
No way. Especially not Locris. That's like the opposite of long rest.
Why? I bet you it's nice and squishy in there. It's probably very snug.
I have 6 HP right now.
I'm gonna drop one more pick of the battle map, mostly so I know where to put all this shit next week. But also, you guys got a week to strategize here.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's. It's gonna be hard to come back from this one.
Do we
I'm thankful I'm up on a flying donkey right now, but I have no idea how the fuck we're gonna get you guys out of this one.
I'm pretty sure Blade and Renwick are going to be the only people that survive this encounter because you guys can just fly away.
Well, man, I'm like 200 feet away from the worm now, man. I'll just keep running.
You're still on the ground, though. He'll swallow you, too.
And so I couldn't really move the minis off the map, but just so we're clear, Logos, you are 135 feet down this 800-foot run. And Blade and Renwick and Gabrielter, you are 170 feet down this run.
Oh,
I might just magic hole for an hour, see if it loses interest.
Might work.
Jeez. This is not looking good. I could heal myself.
The magic hole is not a bad idea. I mean, you guys could just post up. We could let it eat anything else in the room. and then pick you
Including
guys up when
Locris.
it's over.
Locris is still inside of it.
Look, Chris is swallowed. That's what fucked everything up.
Well, I mean, like he'll probably cut his way out, right?
Ah, dude, that's
Can you
crazy
dimension
to me.
door out?
That's crazy to me. I
did
wasn't gonna
100
let it attack you guys directly unless I rolled your initiative specifically because there's tons of lizard folk. There's tons of like actual sacrifices to it. I was gonna let any other roll but your initiative go for the lizard folk, but the dice tell their own story, I guess. They had it out for
I did
Locris.
120 points of damage in one turn, and it did not spit up Locris.
So I'll tilt my hand a little bit. I'm sure you guys would figure out with your vast player skills. Damage done to the purple worm to get it to regurgitate. It only regurgitates if you have to do 30 points in a turn from inside. Outside damage does not cause regurgitation, only from the interior. So Locris kind of has to fight his way out, or he gets fucked over. Unless you guys have some other clever way of fucking around with things, which you usually do. If I give you enough time, I'm sure you guys will figure it out.
Anyone have Dimension Door? Or we can
It's
do this
fine.
Vox Machina style, Scanlan's hand right out the butthole.
I was thinking maybe Mighty Nine style and go fluffer nutter down his throat.
There you go, Fluffer Nutter.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I don't know how we come back from this one. This might actually be our first PC test.
Well, at least Locris had his arc already.
That's fucked up. Now I gotta write a portion of the story where Locris is like this undead god.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Locris, whether
You guys have a good night. I gotta dip.
All right, man, take it easy.
Have a good night, dude.
Later, guys.
Later.
all right, see you guys.
Take her easy,
Night,
guys. See
y'all.
you next week.
Good catch.